Well, I think it's affecting proceedings and government business, as you can all see. But it's just unfortunate that we are experiencing this at this particular time. Minority made a statement to that effect about the Kpandai seat. Now, what is left for them to do is to listen to the majority side in silence, because they made application to the speaker to that effect, and the majority will also have to reply. Now, they are unwilling to listen to the majority, and they are unwilling to repeat what they have said before even the main speaker came to take the seat. And so that is unfortunate, but the fact still remains that, yes, the High Court declared the seat vacant. You have filed a stay of execution. Yes, we rightly admit. But until that stay of execution is heard, whatever decision is taken by the High Court still remains. And if you listen to Speaker's ruling, he said the man remains a member of Parliament until 1st December. That was what he said. Today is 9th December, and now the clerk has issued a notice that they're declaring the seat vacant. I don't think it lies in the mouth of minority or majority to say otherwise. Be it as it may, if that is the case, you have made an application to the Right Honourable Speaker, listening to the side of the majority as well. The clerk cannot speak on the floor. So when you are posing questions to the clerk of Parliament, to Parliament, you don't expect him to speak on the floor because he doesn't have that locus to defend himself on the floor. He speaks through the leadership. So allow the majority leader to also come out with whatever he has to say. And you wouldn't budge. You will make an unnecessary noise. But we are saying that it's just unfortunate and it's unnecessary at this point in time.
But talking about the Speaker's ruling, I know that he had also mentioned that when you look at Rule 27(1) of the CI 19, which is he quoted, if the member exercises his right to appeal, there may be a further suspension, which is the case the minority is making, that so far as he has triggered the process for the appeal, why not wait for that determination on the appeal before we consider the original ruling of the court?
And don't forget that Supreme Court also ruled that until that decision or that application is heard at the Supreme Court. You know, in those days, you can even file an injunction. And as soon as you file an injunction, it takes effect. But as we speak now, until that injunction is heard or is granted, it can never take effect. And that is the Supreme Court decision. And so the law, we always say, is the law. The Supreme Court is saying that until the application is heard, the effect of it can never be tenable. Whatever the decision that has been taken at the High Court, it still remains. And so if within a specific period of time, the clerk to Parliament has been served, duly served, he has to act on that because there's no other service other than the decision of the High Court to the clerk of Parliament.
Thank you so much for speaking. So that's the Member of Parliament for Ashaiman Ernest Henry Norgbey, also sharing perspectives on the happenings on the floor of Parliament today, where the Minority Caucus has been clad in black attire in protest against the decision by the House to declare the Kpandai seat vacant following an order by the Tamale High Court for a rerun of the 2024 Kpandai parliamentary election. Throughout the day, we haven't seen any major business activity take place because the minority has been opposing every attempt by the majority leader, Mahama Yariga, to react to an official statement they made demanding the immediate reversal of the letter to the EC for the declaring the Kpandai seat vacant. Attempts have been made by the Speaker, by the First Deputy Speaker, Bernard Ahinyafo, who began proceedings with the House today, but had to suspend and then return later. However, he also could not maintain that particular order amongst the Minority Caucus. So we had the Speaker himself, Alban Bagman, also appear in the House to chair proceedings to ensure that there is calm and order amongst the Minority Caucus. Speaker decided that the Majority Leader, Mahama Yaga, should be given an opportunity to make a comment on this particular statement or demand made by the Minority Caucus, demanding the immediate withdrawal of the letter to the EC for the declaration of the Kpandai seat vacant. So that is what has been happening on the floor of Parliament throughout Tuesday. when the House commenced proceedings. We are expecting that as the Speaker is engaging the leadership on both sides of the House in a conclave meeting, a resolution would be made to ensure that we have a lasting peace for parliamentary business to take place.